Hi, Sherry of Fit to Be Live here, and thank you so much for joining me. This cued ankle rehabilitation workout is intended to help reestablish range of motion after surgery in the period before beginning to weight bear. For me, that was 11 days post-op when the staples and splint were removed. Check with your doctor before you begin and do these often. Consistency will get you back on your feet as quickly as possible. Begin by removing your air cast and sock. Find yourself a comfortable place to sit where you can rest your leg in an elevated position. Wiggle your toes and get yourself comfortable. We're going to begin by doing toe curls. Squeeze your toes as if you're trying to pick something up with them, and then extend them. On the squeeze, we'll use the 1 count. On the extension, we'll use and. In other words, 1 and 2 and so forth. This will be difficult to do in the very beginning. Feel free to do 1 rep and then skip a rep as necessary, or rest whenever you feel the need to. You may only be able to do 6 to 8 reps in the beginning. Our next move will be ankle pumps. We're going to point our toes as far as we can and then flex, pushing through the heel of the foot. Point and flex. With each repetition, take it very slowly and push to the maximum distance that you're able to comfortably. When you're extending and flexing the foot, you're going to pull the toes back towards you as far as you can, comfortably. Again, range of motion at the beginning is going to be limited, so please don't get discouraged. Do as many reps as you comfortably can, working up to 12 to 18 or 20 reps. Remember to push through the toes on the point and to push through the heel on the flex. Try to relax the rest of your leg and keep your breathing even, focusing on the movement in the ankle joint. Next, we're going to do ankle rotations, beginning with a clockwise motion. Simply make a big circle again, taking the time to do each one slowly and controlled. Feel each section of the movement through your ankle. Notice where there are tight spots and try to massage them out as you go through that circular motion. As you progress through the repetitions, try to make the point extra pointy and the flex coming back more and more. Then we're going to change directions, do the exact same thing, only in a counterclockwise fashion. Often one way is more difficult than another. This is simply because there are different muscles coming into play. Depending on the severity or the nature of your injury, different muscles will have been affected. The amount of time that you spend in a splint or a cast will also affect the recovery time, but don't get discouraged. The more you do these, the more quickly your ankle joint will loosen up and you will reestablish the range of motion. If you are feeling fatigued, take a little break, wiggle your toes. We're going to now progress to inversion and eversion, otherwise known as turning your ankle out and in. Try to visualize looking at the outside of your foot when you turn your foot out, and looking at the inside of your foot when you're turning it in. As with the other movements, this may be quite difficult in the beginning. Just do the best you can. Focus on turning your foot out and turning your foot in, and holding at the end of each of these movements. Notice where the stretch feeling is occurring, and just slowly rotate your ankle from side to side. With each passing rep, you may notice you'll be able to go a little bit further or hold it for a little bit longer. And as always, take a break and wiggle your toes if you need to. Now we can take a brief stretch and rest. Again, wiggle your toes. Just move your ankle back and forth in whatever way is comfortable for you. Our next move is to trace the alphabet with our toes, using the whole ankle to go through the motions. This is a very good exercise, as you'll notice that you're having to trace diagonal lines, circular lines, straight lines, and just generally doing a lot of different moving motions with your ankle. Go through each letter slowly. Notice where the tight spots are. There is no right or wrong. You're doing the best you can at whatever level of recovery you're at. This will get easier as your recovery progresses. You can choose to do capital letters one day, lowercase on another day. I used my sock for this next exercise, but you can use any piece of cloth. A tie does well. If you have a stretch band, that will work. What we're doing now is we're going to do assisted dorsiflexion. So you want to wrap the sock or your band or material around the ball of the foot and very gently ease the foot straight back using your arm to pull. You want to bring this stretch to the point of slight tension and push through the heel. This should never be painful. We're going to ease off a little bit, reset, and then repeat this motion, seeing if you can pull it back just a little bit farther than the first time, and holding for the stretch. This will help to increase the range of motion in your ankle joint when doing the flexion. This is often a tight spot after ankle surgery, so don't get discouraged if it feels like you can't pull your foot back very far. Repeat this one more time if comfortable. Finally, wiggle your toes, rotate your ankle one way, the other way, and relax. An ice pack can help reduce swelling and soreness between workouts. Apply for 15 minutes at a time when necessary.